Hi Libra, welcome back. We are here to do your October read, Libra. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover the astrology and I link in with the tarot. Now, off the bat, we all know that October is like the birthing canal. For those of you that are Libra, you guys are looking to balance things. You're also having some really interesting crowning energies coming up. You've actually had additional cards come out over the Aquarius reading that I previously did. So this read should be quite interesting. Now, you have Black Obstinate as a crystal for you guys for this month. This has been coming up for the last 2 months for a lot of zodiac signs. It directly can protect you against psychic attack. Also, okay, so it says, I pay attention to what is going on around me and within. Now, your shadow sign is Mars. Also, it currently is in your Venus house. So I am attentive. Be in awareness of it, okay? Release negative thoughts because we don't want to turn into that channel, right? Maintain attention to this present moment. Increased situational awareness. Improve responsible thoughts and actions. Let's see what this relates to. You're trying to be, Libras are responsible regardless here. You try to do the right thing. I sail through life on calm, nurturing waters. You attempt to. I am at peace with myself and the world around me. And that is the crystal. It can help you balance. So if you're not, this is what you're trying to work on. Hello. Release anger and increase harmony. Reduce inflammation. Mars creates inflammation. So forewarned, forearmed. Improved inner knowing and calm. Increased mental clarity and emotional balance. Now let's see what's coming up. Now, it's funny because mid-month we do have the super full moon in Libra. It's going to be at 23 degrees. It's on the 16th. And it's funny because your totem card is Spirit of Earth in reverse. So you could potentially be not feeling as grounded. And I pulled a crystal, and we'll get into the reasons why. You have throat chakra, which, you know, Librans are great for communicating. You're trying to be as understanding, compassionate, and loving, with moving your life forward in a non-attached way, trying to speak, you know, as long as you've cleared your higher heart chakra, you're effectively communicating to do with what is your job and what isn't. What you can and what you won't. What you will and what you won't. The ruin links to Taurus constellation. Now, let's pull your crowning energy for week 1, week 2, week 3 by moon phase. Not so much by weeks, by moon phase, because we have 3 moons this month. Okay, that one wanted to come out. That'll be right. Okay. So, the first week, we do have the full moon in Aries on the 1st. We're also having Pluto going direct on October the 4th. The Sun in Libra and Juno in Libra. Thank you, Giggle. So for you guys, a lot of subjects to do with what you want versus what the relationship sector needs. This can be marriages, contracts, partnerships. A lot of you are looking at these things and looking at the give and take. What is working, what isn't? You're going to get clarity in the first week. There can be some cracks. You may be very protective. Maybe if the people that you love, maybe if your working environment, things you work so hard towards, maybe feeling very, very busy as well and fatigued. But overall, what you're working towards is a balanced give and take. It may be that has not been there, but in the first week, even if it's going to be very arduous, very testing, yes, because we have Aries and Chiron retrograde, it can be very testing with other people's energies. All the people you're directly connected to are going to take up some time and is going to require a great deal of balanced, okay, energy. So if you can take a balanced approach and you're digging through and kind of tackling those tasks, you will be able to deal with it. Now, from a romantic sphere point of view, because it is very much you versus your Venus house, you're going to find that, you know, how are you operating inside of your connections versus what people are requiring you to do inside of those connections. And a lot of assessment and shake-ups can be surrounding in this. Then we're having the super new moon in Libra. Let's have a look at that energy. Now, it's going to be hitting your second house as well as your first house. The reason I say second house is because we're having Mercury retrograde in Scorpio on the 14th. Subjects to do with this will come up. And then we have the super new moon at 23 degrees on the 16th. Everyone's so quiet in the house. So you're going to be looking at things, you know, of your connection, what you want, how you feel about things, you know, maybe talking things over. If you are in separation, you know, betrayals, conflicts, things to those degrees. Again, it's Mars energy. It's in retrograde. Chiron and Aries is retrograde. It's hitting your relationship sector. Just remember, it's a new moon. So whatever is coming up, it may be to clear out and to let go of the past and to allow the energy to move forward. Some of it can just be where you're physically cheating yourself out of situations by not placing yourself first. And it doesn't have to come through aggressively and abruptly. It can just be really you personally making peace with it. And with the blue energy coming through on the gem and the throat chakra, it's to do with you looking at your whole life and trying to pull it all together, where maybe even you have been unable to, you know, take direct courses of action because of, you know, external scenarios playing out. So I do feel, you know, letting go of the past, maybe talking through some things, blasts from the past around this time can come back that maybe hurt you, to make amends that might have been trigger hungry. And again, with the obstinate, yes, you're going to get the polarity of yin and yang. You're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. But if you're being honest, you're looking at the reality of it, I do feel you'll be able to handle it fine. And you will find for the next 2-3 weeks, it's a little bit testing. Devil in the detail by the third moon is really hitting your 8th house placement. And this can be to do with both inside your marriages, contracts, partnerships, you know, what's balanced, what's not. What are you getting out of things? It can be taxation. It can be divorces. All of those subjects relating to the give and take and shared situations. Maybe ending things, starting fresh, tying up loose ends. Yeah, there can be some delays, but you will have the strength. I'm almost feeling Jupiter energy. So anything really that is going out at a financial level, I do feel it's going to be coming back. But again, with your ruin, it does relate to Taurus. And I'm going to quickly read that, then we'll get into the read of your love life. Because I'm sort of feeling it oozing romance at the moment. Okay, so the spirit animal is cow. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Which is very spiritual, really, in Hindu. Hi, Tal. Yes, happy birthday to all the Librans. I'll do an additional read. Now, it does link to the constellation Taurus. So some of you might have been, and the reason I say this is because, you know, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. It is Saturn's father. So it's sort of a legacy that's handed down. Now, when we look at that, it is religion, it's rebellion, it's enlightenment. It can be addictive tendencies, adultery, tribe mentality, and wider group. Now, being in the constellation of Taurus is like, again, it's the values, it's the romance, it's the connections we have. Looking at those things is what we would need to do to take that to the higher ground, what would need to change. And, you know, going retrograde, if you experience some turmoil last month, some of that energy towards the end of this month can come back up to clear right out. Now, I do feel by the time we do have Mars going direct, it's going to kind of ease off a little bit in that area. You won't feel as fatigued. You'll be able to handle things a lot more effectively. It is in reverse, which is concerning. So, A, it can be directly from another person coming back to rectify that situation. Something in a sense of placing you on a throne or placing you where you needed to be. If that did not occur, I do feel that that is coming up with the adultery card. Back to return, and it doesn't have to be that it's adultery. It can be third-party energy, you know, paying too much attention to money, work, play, you know, or, you know, lies, deception, things to that degree, Mercury, retrograde in Scorpio. What was shared, what was not told to you. Skeletons in the closet this month are going to be coming out. Now, in retrograde, degeneration, weakness, fallibility, subservience. Now, esoterically, formative power, initiation, soul shaping, spiritual progression. Mundane, strength, courage, skill, cunning, and determination. And it really does say this month for you guys, keep going. Don't quit. Be true to yourself. It's going to be testing this month. Yes, it is your birthday, but there can be a lot of things collectively for all of us where we bite off more than we can chew and we can't adhere to certain things. Being honest with yourself and give and take, and, you know, ask for help if you need it. But I do feel with this, it really does come down to removing anything that isn't needing to be there any longer. And some of you may have already done that and really moved towards the area of life where you need to be. Let's have a look at your love life. Now, as for career, before I get into love, I will shuffle the cards and I'm going to look at your chart. Let me see. Health-wise, I do feel, you know, working on your hopes and dreams is crucial, you know, but not killing yourself over it either. Getting to a point where you can actually really focus on the things that do make you happy. And I feel with the first house placement, I do feel a lot of you guys are just really going to be focused in on where your foundation is, what makes you happy, and simplifying life. And I just feel you really won't have room for anything else. You may be a bit more abrupt in the first 2 weeks. So if you do find such, you know, move back to the throat chakra, breathe, use the traffic light. But I do feel this need, in a way, for Libra, where there is a yin and yang balance. They're already coming out. For you guys to stand your ground on the situation. Let's see. Okay, I do feel some plans coming through. There may have been plans with this individual in the past, be it you with them or not. Now, whatever this was, you know, you're looking back to where you were to where you are now. And I do feel with some things, it's kind of gone higgledy-piggledy. And with that, it's coming back to the table. You are being semi-defensive, but you are speaking. You're being cautious about what you're saying. You're assessing it in a sense and saying, okay, well, where to from here? I do feel you guys have been through the ringer. I'm sort of feeling when it does come to the past, you know, it's taken you a lot of effort to get where you have been in life, including in general, not just your romance sector, but point blank zero your life. So you do have a lot more tools in your life to be able to achieve certain things. But it does feel as though, again, I'll say this because of Mars retrograde and Aries and Chiron retrograde, a lot of us are really realising, regardless of sign, even though this is a Libra zodiac, that we had to do certain things on our own. It's developed us. So with this, I do feel, you know, you sort of felt like you were steering the ship. You were having to be yin and yang, maybe not knowing that this person or people, I'm feeling personally, really wasn't on that same page. I think it was just a lag. That's what I'm hearing. There was a bit of a lag. Now, there may have been a lot of conflict surrounding this issue. And overall heated tempers, and it doesn't even have to be, again, directly connected to your romantic interest. I do feel it could have been 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, or 5 direct energies, but 5s are about major changes. So again, I really do feel with this person in question, you guys have gone to hell and back. There's been a lot of changes, or you directly, personally, in your life have. Okay, now what you do is you're sort of looking at it going, okay, I'm trying to, it's not perfectifying. What would the word be? You're trying to shift your focus onto something positive. I do feel even though you're doing that, it could be the simplest and most mundane task, but it brings you great joy. But I do feel this person is in the back of your mind. Also, some of you are actually looking at the fact that there's two ways this situation can go, and it's causing you a little bit of conflict in your mind. You're trying to draw a map, but you sort of feel very cautious to do such. Because I'm almost feeling it's like anytime you have directly set something in stone, it really hasn't come about. And now my twin's calling me. Okay, so again, yeah, you're cautious to make a plan because there potentially could be some external influence that is affecting this. And you're like, look, you know, has that kind of been tied up? Because I do feel it's the other side of the fence. You know, that might be a family-related dynamic that really, and this could even be taking you away from your things that you're needing to do. Value systems do come into play here. You're also having faith in the spiritual process of this. But you know, you're tired of waiting. You really, that's where the first house placement's coming in. It's like, I kept hearing this song. It was bloody ridiculous. I want it all. You know, that's what I kept hearing, just tuning into Libra's energy. Is it Freddie Mercury? I want it all. Yeah, I just keep hearing that song in my head. I just feel you guys have tried something several times and you're like, look, you will know when it's ready. You'll know when it's ripe. You'll know, but you just have, and the scorpionic energy, Libras are very intuitive. Libras are very fair, but they do get this very false demeanor that comes through of peace, love, light, where you never want to take a Libra to the dark side. Yeah, you don't. No. Shelley and I were talking about this the other morning. We were actually deeply amused by it because even my twins got Libra rising, and that's why I think sometimes the gentleness of a human being, that's the one thing with Libra. Libra actually, you know, yeah, may come across as indecisive, but the scales tend to go in favour of others due to circumstances. And on this occasion with the first house placement, it's almost like universe is poking, you know, the Aries into your Venus house, the marriages, contracts, partnerships. It's going, how's that working for you? You know, let's Libra be honest with this situation. Where is the give and take? Is that working for you? Are you lying to yourself? Is it your responsibility to make the world perfect? Is it causing you to feel unhinged? You're used to things being up in the air, but I just feel like you guys are really having a 360 and you're looking at it like this external influence is not my issue. You're having faith that this energy will directly deal with it. Has the chat froze, or are we just like... And, you know, you're waiting. And you're thinking of two ways this can go. You also feel that there is this fence energy going on. Okay, how are they seeing this situation? Mouth wide open. Yes, they're right. Yep. Okay, outcome. Oh, yeah, I don't think they're really liking it either. Not from this. Making peace with it. Looking at the reality of the past as the past. Actually having complete mental clarity of the past. Again, going through all these changes and very focused on Libra. Okay? Very focused on the fact that this had kept them chained, have the full clarity, wanting justice and balance. Maybe realising that, you know, the way they were seeing something move forward was maybe a thought over a reality, because the foundation is Libra. Maybe Libra was helping that, and once they pulled that energy away, they realised they didn't want that either. What the outcome is going to be is it's giving this person their power back to actually make a decision of what is correct for them. And during Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, the give and take in connections is really going to come to the forefront. Okay. What else do we need to know? This can be it coupled or single. If there's been a third party energy, and third party can be, look, I'm overworking, or it can be a previous connection, interferences from, mother-in-law or father-in-law, however it be. Third party conflicting energy. Okay. Yep, big judgments coming up, and if they don't make a judgment, Libra's making a judgment. I really feel, again, I kept hearing that song, I Want It All, like, okay, how do they feel? I don't think you're going to go quietly into the night, Libra. I do feel, yeah, they know that this is toxic. They do know that if they want to have their celebration, Libra's watching. Libra's like watching and moving forward. Some are actually wanting to have more fun with you, even though they feel you're a little white angel, white and shining armor, angelic, innocent. It's so funny. It's almost like you're looking at them very blank faced, like, really? Mm-hmm. I don't know. This energy has a plan for you guys. They want to do all sorts of things to you. I can just say that. Because their plan, it's like that. I'm hearing, for some of you, it's taking the connection to the next level. But it's also this kind of ecstasy energy that comes through with you. It's so funny channeling this energy. It's really funny. It's like they feel your Black Moon, Lilith, and Venus all in one. And sometimes they can't make, angel end or naughty end. They get the best of both worlds. So they've got a little bit of this, a little bit of Lilith, and a little bit of, Venus. Right? And they enjoy that. It is a little bit addictive to them. They do want to make a judgment. You're really up in their head, and what they want to do is move forward with you. They're coming in like a bat out of hell. If you guys aren't together, this person is coming in like a stormtrooper. Yeah, they're trying to hold it. They're trying to hold it. They're trying to behave. But it's getting the better of them. Any questions in the house? Any super chats? We are doing Gemini next. Or any questions for Libra? Now, as for work, make sure, Libra, that you guys focus on your paperwork, your details, your filing and things to that degree. You can have things by mid-month become a little bit testing. Make sure if you have emails and things to that degree that you double check. When it does come to your shared resources and finances, again, everything you're working directly towards, it can start really smoothing out as the month progresses, but at the beginning it can be a little bit testing. When it does come to blast from the past, yes, we have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Again, follow your intuition, and if a lot of secrets are going to be revealed. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this read. If I do think of anything else, I will write it in the chat, and I will be giving Libra a bonus read this month. So happy birthday, Libra. Last message. Yeah, get out of your head. You're free. You're going to free yourself from any BS. You're not putting up with that no more. You're like, no, my name is no, my number's no. You've got to let it go. You're being really direct, okay? If something's not working for you, you're just going to be really direct. Any insight for what to expect for the full moon for you? Hanky-panky. You'd shoot them. You'd shoot them. Full moon. I actually see it being more busy than anything for you, and it's left field errands coming out of nowhere. I also potentially see, if you get lottos and things to that degree, you could get a little bit of money coming back to you. I also see a telephone call, not necessarily from that individual, but from somebody else. It does feel like it's from interstate, overseas, linked to family somehow. And for that individual, okay, here's a word message. Hold on to your hat. Now, I do feel you may lose it. Hold on to the hat. I just feel you're going to win some money. I don't know how. When it does come to it, this person is wanting to bring you something expensive. Don't be surprised if you get something in the mail, which you may feel is a little bit corny. You'll be like, yeah, I would have rather had the person there, but there can potentially be a gift coming, which is kind of romantic, but you still won't be happy with it. You'll be like, really? Like a phone call? Pull a card. Providing you've closed the cycles out on your side. Potentially during Mercury retrograde, but it will be more due to triggers. If anything, there potentially could be a phone call at the moment in relation to that, and there's a dispute, and I'm saying 3 energies. You can do both. And gauge it. You know, sometimes you relate to one and the other. My leg's kind of gone to sleep. I tend to go moon, personally. So, Kate, does that relate? What's 3 energies? Are there 3? Why am I saying 3 energies? If I could post it quick enough, Giggle, I'd send you one. Does he have family members that have children? Yeah, because I'm kind of thinking there is a little bit of jealousy here. I do feel there's maybe protective family members. He's in a bit of hermit mode at the moment, okay, but not for long. He's ending that cycle. But I do feel somehow, you know, he may be a bit jealous. Or if he does do that, it's to cause jealousy. But I'm feeling it's more jealous of what you're doing, you know, superstitious energy. That's what's coming through. Also, I'm seeing a previous conversation that is still playing over in this person's head. They're a bit pissed. I don't know why. That's what's been shown to me. Anywho, I'm going to love you and like you. I will quickly recalibrate and come back and we will do the Gemini read.